And we are back with more. Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly drops by every couple months to update us on what's happening in the city. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Dave.
Thanks for coming. Your administration led the charge for some changes on Fraser Avenue after that very tragic accident. Yep. Two pedestrians were killed on a Saturday a few weeks ago. You feel like these changes to slow down traffic on Fraser have been enough, or are we going to see more on the way?
Well, they have for now. I mean, that temporary traffic pattern, I've driven it many times, and I've gotten a lot of great feedback from residents and people who've used it, and it seems to have been effective. We will see what happens through the course of this month. We're watching those traffic patterns, and then we'll take it from there. We've got quite a lot of development going on at Manufacturers Road as well. So we want to kind of have our cake and eat it too here. We have to make that corridor safer, but we don't want big traffic backups either. So Mina Sartipi and her team at UTC are also helping us monitor those traffic patterns to make sure we make the best decision.
All right, another serious question for you. It was about 3 months ago, a Chattanooga businessman was shot on Market Street, very well known here in the city. You referred to it as a wake-up call, and we've seen some increased patrols there. Of course, we've also seen another shooting about a block or so away, one recent Friday. So what's being done there, and is it enough?
Well, again, we continue to have an increased presence down there, both from the Sheriff's Department and the Chattanooga Police Department. This is not a policing problem, very frankly. We live in a state with a lot of guns on the street, so we've got an over 80% closure rate on our crimes. We solved that latest shooting very, very quickly, but a lot of these go back to mental health issues, and so we're working with all of our partners at the state and federal level to figure out how we really address this in the best long-term manner. But at the same time, we are certainly committed to a safe downtown where that's not only statistically safe, but where people feel safe. And I think visible presence has a lot to do with that, and we're committed to making sure that we do have a visible presence with our police downtown.
Personal question for you, something I've been wanting to ask you. You're coming up on 3 years as mayor. Before that, many years as a successful business owner. We see many vehicles with the Kelly name on the back of the car. What's different? I would think, here's what I'm saying. Sometimes a business person runs for political office and a leadership position thinking, okay, I'm going to go run this town or this state like a business. And then you find out you can't. What are your feelings on how difficult or easy this transition has been for you?
Well, it's more like it than not, honestly. I mean, again, I think a lot of people don't appreciate the difference between executive political roles, like being a mayor or a governor or a president, and legislative political roles. The city of Chattanooga is a 2,600 person services organization that needs to be led and managed, and so that is very much the way I look at it. Now, decisions don't often filter down as quickly. Things take longer to accomplish because everybody is your customer, both internal and external. So it can be frustrating at times, but we're making some great progress, and I'm quite proud of it.
And you want to keep doing it, so?
I do, right? Because I mean, again, we are well on our way to accomplishing the big goals in our One Chattanooga plan. And again, 2023 was a weird year and a challenging year in a lot of respects, but we've got a lot of great momentum, and next year I'm sure will be even better.
Well, one of the things you said you wanted to do was fix potholes.
Right.
And your office sent out a release yesterday, and I don't have the exact number, but
I do.
somewhere along the line of 18,000 that have been filled, just to simplify it. Yep. Is that going like you'd hoped it would go?
Yeah, well, inflation was a challenge for everybody. It not only makes a gallon of milk cost more, it makes pavement cost more. And so that $10 million that we're spending in paving doesn't stretch quite as far as it used to, but we were still able to also pave 66 lane miles. We've paved over 200 lane miles since I came into office. And again, things are calming down with inflation, so next year should be even better. And hopefully, I think the first road in the spring will be Holtzclaw, which I travel quite a lot, and I'm looking very forward to getting repaved.
Of course, all politics is local.
Right.
If you haven't paved my street, then
that's right. Okay. More than Holtzclaw will get.
More than Holtzclaw. Amtrak, that's been in the news recently too. A $500,000 grant that the city was able to get towards a study of Amtrak. Let's just be honest. Is that going to happen someday soon, or is that just this dream we've had for decades?
Yeah, well, I understand the skepticism. I do, because again, I've lived here that whole period of time and I've heard all the pie in the sky stuff. Let's put it this way. It has a much better chance now of happening than it's ever had. The rails are already there. This money will allow us to do a feasibility study. We have support from TASER, which is the state level. We got sign-offs on this project from Senators Hagerty and Blackburn. So we have great bipartisan support. There's a great great deal of enthusiasm for it, as you might imagine, in Nashville and in Atlanta. I think Amtrak's motivations here are really to make sure people can get to Atlanta. Well, they got to come through Chattanooga to get to Atlanta. So that's a very good chance of happening, I'll say. The best chance I think it's fair to say the best chance it's ever had of happening.
You know, as a news guy, it's my job to be skeptical.
I understand.
I'm hoping this happens. And one more thing, the new Lookout Stadium. As I recall, I was told there would be first pitch April of 2025. That's only 15, 16 months away. Is that still realistic?
The project is still moving. It's still moving. I mean, obviously, with any project of that magnitude, there are engineering challenges, and there's a lot happening there. But we are moving right along. It is not stalled. So do not lose faith or hope.
All right, I'm watching closely.
Yeah.
Let's flash those Christmas ties for everybody. I don't know if you have a preference. We are kind of competing with this today, but
unconventional, conventional.
Conventional, that's me. Hey, congratulations on
Thank
all
you,
of the good things that are happening, and we appreciate you being a part of it. And Merry Christmas to you and
Thank you.
Jenny.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you.